right, Coach. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They'll run with a former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Scrimmage and taken down. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Luck. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Luck on first down. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Luck. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jordan Wilkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. First carry for Royce Freeman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now it's Keenum. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when you intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now a carry for Mack. And he stopped immediately there. Adam Gotsis, the big Aussie, in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
To throw on second down is Locke. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, that's Wilkins, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Last stop. Let's go, let's go.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. eluding the pressure right. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Shotgun snap for Keenum. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end.
And that's caught inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. He's going to take a shot. He's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Ryan Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Throwing on first down is Keenum. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now Keenum. Left side here to Sanders. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Marquette King now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Risky.
And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
Hey, we all know it's turned into a passing league in the NFL, but that doesn't mean people still don't like to run the football. When you run it that successfully, your offensive line is fired up. What they want to do each and every game is run block. Get out and smack some people. I would say go ahead and run it again.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now he steps away. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andrew Luck, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. And his kick is good. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. On the return, it's McKenzie. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Keenan going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Keenan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. This is Freeman. Fights him off. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. In on the stop that time, Terrell Basham.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. Hard throw, incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. Jordan Wilkins, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the route is on here in this 1st half. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. On the return, it's McKenzie. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Keenum to throw on 2nd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Keenum on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Keenum now to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Jake Ryan in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Keenum. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They do snap it to Keenum. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Roger, Roger, Roger.
To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. And the Eagles out in front early. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
Out of the gun, it's Kelly. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jabal Sheard in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Marquette King now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a fair catch signaled for and taken success. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though.
Kelly stripped. The ball is free. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. Well, they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. And he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He'll get it up the middle. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. On the carry, it's Wilkins. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jordan Wilkins taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On 1st and 10, Kelly. Kelly stripped. The ball is free, and the Colts pick it up. The 20, 10, 5, and they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails. Over the end line. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Looking to throw on 2nd. Here's Kelly. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ohio! Ohio!
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ohio! Ohio! 3 down, 3 down.
On 3rd down, it's Mack, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but still a few chain links short, it appears, with 4th down coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps away to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball.
Well, he's got to be happy to have
down there. Need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Kelly throwing again. Escaping the pressure right. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want, right, with this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
On first down, it's Kelly. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, Kelly. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Kelly now operating from the gun. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. On 2nd down, Kelly. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Here's Kelly. From the gun, he'll throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Looking for Sanders here on the deep. He's got it with the 15. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I believe the Colts Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
They run with Wilkins. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They run again with Wilkins. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Mack. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball.
Kelly stripped. The ball is free. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This is Wilkins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. On 3rd down. That's Mack, and he won't get to the marker as they're going to stop him for a 2nd straight play right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Leopard!
To throw is Kelly. To throw on 2nd down. Complete outright to Jake Butt. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. The Broncos on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is third and 8. To throw is Kelly. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. The 40, 30, 10, 5, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas, 78 yards. And the Broncos are able to at least make things a bit more respectable.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, you know, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
Staying on the ground with Matt. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. The Colts on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be third and 6. They'll run it here with Wilkins. And it's a fumble. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
To throw, Kelly. And he fires one incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Now Kelly to throw on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Ripkowski, the fullback, on the inside give. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Here's Matt. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On third down, that's Mack. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help. No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. They'll run with Mack. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it. So this offense, which was humming all game, ends on a negative play. We didn't see many of those as he takes the knee, but what an explosion and a good win.
Can we call it a negative positive play?
There you go.
An oxymoron to end the ball game.
And they can watch the clock go down and celebrate the victory.
Well, Case Keenum's not coming back. If anybody hears this, Case Keenum's not coming back for 8 weeks, as you can see. We lost a center. Sam Jones, he's not coming back for another 4 weeks, which is fine. This is my post-game interview, so if you guys are still here, that's for anybody that's still here that saw that. I am taking as questions. I want to talk about what happened, and I'll of course put this on the if I record this, I'll of course put this on the Twitter feed. It's probably gonna be a shorter video, but I think everybody needs to know what in the world just happened there. I don't even know what just happened there. We came back from last week when, and now week 5 we go against the Colts, which we were pretty confident. We trained, and I thought that we might have a win here, and it was just totally the opposite. Just totally the complete opposite. We come in here with that first touchdown that was given up. And then it was all downhill from there. Defense couldn't stop anything. Sometimes the defense, the whole back line, that safety just left the dude wide open. We had guys in the middle of the field just standing there, just completely just standing there, and not taking any consideration for going for the ball or tracking the receiver or just getting receiver placement. So I don't know what to say about this game. This game was very ridiculous. Don't know exactly what was going on. Playing the game. Do we want to change things? Did we think we could change anything? I mean, yeah. There's a lot of things that we could have changed today, and there's a lot of things that could have been there's a lot of things that could have been fixed. The run game could have been more helpful like last week. We could have had more blocking like we did last week in the run game. We didn't have blocking with this week with the run game. And whenever we did go for the run, it was like either a trip or a fall. We got that one run that that looked like it was going to give us yards, but at the end of it, it didn't. It just gave us a trip. And when we tripped up and when we tried to get back up, we couldn't get back up. By the time, you know, by the time by the time he fell, he couldn't get back up, and he got tackled right behind the line. So that is something that we definitely gotta look for and fix with training next week with our bye week, because this is ridiculous. We're going into a bye week without any confidence that we are, close to winning. We lost this game 9-40, 9-48. That's ridiculous. There's no confidence for us in this game. And if anybody in this locker room think that there's confidence with this, with this game, and that, then that's ridiculous. And I'm literally going to point those players out, and they're going to be cut. They're going to be cut. Already thinking about cutting one player in particular. As you already saw, we lost the quarterback, so my door is always open for trades. Remember, I want to trade. I'm letting that open to the live stream right now. If anybody want to trade, my door is open. My door is open. I need somebody right now, because things are going to change the team one way or another. Things are going to change the team, and it begins with cutting the people that's not going to change with it. But other than that, I don't know what else. I don't know what else we could have done. I literally, there's a lot we could have done, to be honest with you. There's a lot that the players on the field could have done. Don't know why it didn't do anything. Don't know. If you saw last week game, it was completely different from this week game. Don't know what team that was that, you saw, that I saw out there, but it wasn't the Broncos. It wasn't the Broncos we saw last week. So, if you guys want to actually ask me what happened this week, I don't know, because that's not my team. Um, but other than that, I'm officially taking questions. If anyone have any questions right now, I'll answer them. But other than that, I'm speechless. I'm speechless just like you guys are. So that's ridiculous. This is ridiculous. But if you guys don't have any questions, then I'll go. Basically, all I want to say, guys, is that what we saw out there today wasn't the team that I had out there, regardless. We may, I'll admit that going for it, with that trick punt at the time, that was a mistake. What I wanted to do was actually throw to a closer receiver, but my options were very slim. And the one dude that I really wanted to pass to at the time, he was covered up and wasn't open, and that was my bad. I literally saw it, and I was like, it's too late. I can't throw to you. So I tried to throw it deep, and it was just not worth it. It was just not worth it. But other than that, with Kelly, I don't know what we're going to do with him. The fumbles were ridiculous. Him not having hold of the ball is ridiculous. His throwing, his accuracy is fine, but other than that, this dude is just his accuracy is not fine. Actually, I'll change that. His speed is fine. He can run the ball, but what's good of that if you cannot cover the ball or if you cannot hold on to the ball? So again, if anybody wants to trade, or if anybody needs something or wants to give up a quarterback, a backup quarterback, or whatever it is, my door is open. But we're in the need for a quarterback because I think we just lost ours today. Other than that, guys, I'm going to end this interview. Next week is a bye, and then we're playing Green Bay in week 7, home. Hopefully, we're home for 2 weeks. We're home for week 7 and week 8. So hopefully, with this bye, we can train and get ready for those games. But I thought we were ready for this game today, and the team that you guys saw out there and that I saw out there is not my team. That's not the Denver Broncos. This team was completely different, and until they get back to the way they are, the way they were last week, we're gonna have a different ball game, and we're gonna have. I'm not playing with this team anymore. I'm not. We're practicing and we're training every single day now. This is a wake up call. You thought that week 2 was a wake up call or week 3 was a wake up call. This is a wake up call. We cannot go with these many losses throughout the season anymore. Last season, we were below in our division with the losses that we had and barely winning. Not anymore. I am done with the losing. I'm done with it. So changes are being made to this team. Definitely changes are being made to this team. Other than that, guys, I gotta go. I'll post everything on the Twitter feed, and see you guys later.